Zhao versus Messiah. That's your fun matchup here. Of course, Zhao doing a lot of casting
Yep.
on the Chinese broadcast now. IG versus old WE is the effective matchup we have here. Team 1, that's going to be Zhao on your screen at the moment. They're going through the bands. Galio's banned away.
Rengar as well, of
I've
course.
got a question for you, Atlas. How many more shifts in the meta do we need before Evelyn, Galio, and Wukong join
Look,
the
this
actual
is
ban list?
5.6. I could imagine that if somebody plays these champions, it might just happen anyway.
My goodness, we're seeing some of the hovers here. What sticks out to you? Ezreal, plenty of Mystic shots coming through. I love Alistar on this mode. The Headbutt Pulverize is on, what, 2.6 second cooldown?
It's really silly. And Jace as well, constantly accelerating those shock blasts. It's completely ridiculous. Oh, and Lulu can also almost keep you permanently polymorphed, which can be rather frustrating. But we'll see what does happen. San deciding to go with the ground pounder. Basically, it's pretty much Donkey Kong. And when you press your down B in Smash Brothers, it's just ridiculous.
Krillov, you know, for so long, China's analysts have said he doesn't really play like a jungler. This game is not taking Smite. Finally, we will see Krillov unleashed in other lanes, Atlas.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of Unleashed, Crystal is going to lock in the Time Lord himself, Zilean. I personally have not seen Zilean in URF mode before, but I have to think that it's probably a little bit silly. He, in fact, has been tweaked just a little bit this time around in the old URF setup. In fact, I believe his rewind does not quite adjust the cooldown as much as it used to. I think otherwise he probably could almost be permanently altered. And you can see Crystal having a bit of a giggle at his choice.
Everyone's having a bit of fun. Everyone's getting in on the thing. Of course, we've seen NA and EU show us their URF shenanigans. Something from China as well.
Yeah, well, we'll see exactly how this one's going to go down.
We already said, you know, we saw the global meta come in fight, but we were like, what is China going to do? Then we saw the Karma versus Vlad, and we were like, we're home. We're going to see plenty of shenanigans. It's not ending here. Our featured matchup between our legend players, Zhao on the Shaco. Going to be plenty of deceiving coming through. And Ezreal's what's coming out from Messiah. No Twisted Fate from him this time.
No, but Ezreal ridiculously strong. Zatai picking that one up as well. Of course, we did just see him play a lot of Shen, so things are going to be a little bit accelerated for Zatai, you have to think, coming into this one.
And lots of speed, lots of deception. Hook City, definitely going to be the population coming through for Team 2. Going to get into the game shortly, though.
Yeah, we are going to be getting in as soon as possible. We'll see exactly how this one's going to work out. Name picking up the Blitzcrank in here as well, as you can see on your screen. And there's some definite bomb situations going on. And we haven't seen New Zealand in competitive play at all. As there's the hook. San just going to flash away. Hello, everyone. Just on your screen one more time. Name again with another hook. And this is ridiculous. Look at these bombs just everywhere Crystal decides to put them down.
And that right there is not a Raptor camp you want to visit, Atlas. A couple of those boxes coming through. The Shaco boxing up is going to probably be an AP Shaco, you'd have to think. The Death Brush, I thought it was nerfed back in 2010. It's back in 2015.
Yep, there are so many Jack in the Boxes here. That's another one to come through. Messiah still has his eye in by the looks of things.
Absolutely. The skill shots are definitely the order of the day here. A Crystal basically is picking up his own bombs, just getting his eye in. Of course, he's working out the missile speed. The zoning bombs, I think, will be a very real threat.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's kind of the one thing that I've uncovered as I've played URF mode is that your yellow trinket, you have a lot of ward uptime without even having to pick up a ward trinket, given that it's only, what, 20-second cooldown on your yellow trinket?
Yeah, it's really silly. You can get a lot of vision down early on here, of course. The strategies, the deep strategies of URF mode. It's Amazing J on the Xin Zhao, which is an interesting one. Of course, anything that's sort of gated by auto-attack timings is not exactly the best here in URF mode, just because you probably just want to be using spells ridiculously quickly. But we'll see how the Xin Zhao works. Of course, you can basically charge every second, as Zatai just demonstrates that you can Mystic Shot quite a lot. I mean,
in general, Amazing Jay's going to have basically permanent uptime on his knock-up ability. Of course, he's going to have so much, his suite of CC is going to be massive. We're going to wait to see how sticky he is. The action is going everywhere. The camera has no idea.
That is ridiculous. Amazing Jay in Love City pairing up together. M3 and Energy Pacemaker together at last in this top lane, and already with some pretty fantastic synergy as Name, another hook, and Ezreal's are dying left, right, and center.
Absolutely, Ezreal dies on both lanes. Of course, with Zinja having the flat 1 second CDR and every Q hit towards his knockup, that's basically permanent CC between him and the Alistar.
Yeah, and everyone, of course, taking the teleport on this Earth mode means that you can move around the map every 40 seconds. It is pretty ridiculous. Clearlove able to clear out this mid lane. Of course, this is one of the slowest mid lanes I have ever seen in Earth mode. Of course, actually clearing waves is very, very strange. The zoning continuing here on the top side is Amazing J, able just to charge minions at all times.
And just Zatai, permanent uptime on the Mr. trying to push out the wave as much as possible. We've ended up with these 1v2 off lanes in some degrees. We have the roaming coming through. Shaco, of course, basically just the same in the jungle with this constant uptime on those Jack-in-the-Boxes. But the knock-up crew, they're coming through.
Yeah, Amazing J looking to get in here as well as Xiao, who flashes miles away from that one as fast as he possibly can. The Glitter Lancers able to do a whole lot of work. There's the flash from Amazing J, but gets feared by the Jack-in-the-Boxes as the bombs are coming down here as well. Love City finds himself in no man's land as there's the Glitter Lance. Beautiful Pulverize. Not going to save the cow's life, though, as just get some fancy footwork there as, oh my goodness, Xiaozhou in a fair bit of trouble here as Crystal is going to land the bomb on the Deceive to come through, and Messiah's still got it, man.
It's the mechanics are still streaming, of course, and trying to stream, so Zinja's still knocking people up.
Crystal in a whole lot of trouble as Zatai managed to pick up Amazing J there off the side. San with double buffs here as well as Crystal's getting bombs off from the grave as well, as you can see. Zatai just flashing, arcane shifting, ridiculous Ezreal's. Just in general, I would not want to be the cameraman in this game, but oh, Xiao Zhao, you are in a whole host of trouble. Actually able to deceive himself into this brush down the bottom, of course. Deceive, pretty silly ability here as Crystal has to get out of the way here. Love City back in on this one as well. Name, you're most definitely dead, and San going to pick up that kill here. And this is a very difficult game to shoutcast, to be perfectly honest, because I'm just speaking incredibly fast almost the entire time.
Well, I mean, not so much analysis to be done either, Atlas. I mean, the happiest thing for me is that we're actually seeing, in terms of the Ezreal mirror match, it's one of the oldest mid lane battles in the history of Chinese League of Legends. It's Messiah versus Zatai, IG versus WE, still going strong in this match. Of course, Zatai now in the top lane, Messiah enjoying his retirement, but a lot of old wounds to be healed through just a game of Earth.
Yeah, it's exciting as Crystal demonstrating how this New Zillion is going to work. Haven't actually seen his appearance in competitive play just yet, of course. Was actually in the meta just before he got changed. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful here, sort of in the enemy base. But my goodness, Yahoo taking a lot of damage from that one. The flash hook to come through from Name, not going to find anyone. As there are just the little lances going everywhere.
I know there's one purchase you'll like. Love CD with the swiftness boots.
Oh, the Swifty boots.
Doesn't want to have his movements be reduced by the Zillion. Of course, his E ability, a very strong slow, and swiftness boots, very amusing.
Yeah, and this is very, very exciting here as well. Ezreal's both going for different builds. You've got the Gunblade coming up from what I do hope it is going to be a Gunblade and not, in fact, that. Oh, actually, Audacious Charge on basically zero cooldown. Amazing J is definitely living up to his name on this Jin Zhao, and you have to think that, you know, in a 1v1 situation, Xin is pretty silly in this mode.
And EDG are just a Yasuo short of the perfect knock-up comp, you have to think. Ezreal and Jace, no synergy with the Malphite, Alistar, and Zinja. They'll just pop you in the air the whole fight.
Yeah, and the Gunblade does look like it's the option here from Zatai, whereas Messiah opting for more of the AP Ezreal build with that Lich Bane. Of course, you're a bit gated by the Sheen cooldown, though, as there's the unstoppable force. Xiao, who just gets pounded into the ground over and over again. Look at San, just able to beat the ground down over and over again.
Still playing like a tank is San, looking very happy. They're pushing here. The objective play coming through from the blue team.
Oh, yeah. Oh, beautiful arcane shift from Messiah. Gets out of the way of that True Shot Barrage. Love City actually going to flash into being covered up there as, okay, Xiao Zhao is going to survive. The Flash Pulverize not going to work. The Deceive is very frustrating as Xiao, who's just going to get headbutted back under the tower. Oh, Unbreakable Will is there, and Zatai, you're most definitely dead. As San playing this Malphite to perfection. Amazing J just going to get glitterly lanced into the Death Chamber.
Glitterly lanced.
Yep, that's that was just for you, Papa Smith.
I appreciate it.
Clearlove hasn't really done a whole lot this game yet. He's just been standing around under this turret, clearing out minions. This is URF mode, Clear Love. Have some fun.
I mean, look, Clear Love, known to clear ways in the mid lane. San is really on this AP Malphite.
Oh, yes. Oh, the 1v1 battle, but he's both going to go down. Unfortunately, using the True Shot Barrage a little bit unnecessarily there, but he's going to have a whole lot of fun. It's Amazing Jay. He's going to fall to the power of Name, and Xiaohu flashing out his Love CD as Name gets another flash hook. Oh, Unbreakable Will is available, though. Name's going to spend some time underneath this turret, but you can see, look at the mana shield. Love CD, get back over here, as this is getting a little bit silly. Oh, the Shiv going to come through. Xiao Xiao going to try and take down Clear Love, who's decided to leave the mid lane. Definitely a good start. Oh, True Shot Barrage coming through. And is the Ezreal going to win, or is it going to be the Shaco with the Deceive? Oh my goodness, the ultimate at such a beautiful time. And Xiaohu just hanging out in this brush. He's going to cop a bit of an accelerated shock blast.
Xiao Xiao and Xiaohu and Zatai all in the bottom lane.
Xiaohu, Tai, Xiao. Yep, that was never going to work. Name heading into this Baron Pit as well. Oh my goodness, takes a lot of damage. San taken on two at once, no worries. Able to get back in there as well. And this guy, the Malphite, seems to be the URF character of choice on this map because San has just been doing whatever he wants this game. True Shot Barrage just going to help out his teammates there just a little bit. Crystal trying to be a nuisance with these bombs. San not worrying about them too much as Crystal's going to come back in as well, as Love City will have that Unbreakable Will available a little bit more. Messiah actually going to... Oh my goodness, that was the steal actually coming through, I believe, from Zatai. He's going to come around and gets a little bit of extra damage down here as well. Clear Love going to fall down, and I am struggling to keep up with what's going on this game.
Doing a very admirable job. Atlas, maybe I'll have to help with the play-by-play because the high-level analysis, the history of the LPL, 240 games of LPL so far this season, none of them related to this particular one.
Oh, and let's do some analysis here. Amazing Jay, I believe, is going to pick up the Gwynstooth Rage Blade plus the Hextech Gunblade as well. So this is going to be my personal favorite Jin Zhao build.
And look, Jin Zhao's going into Clear Love, actually gets hooked, moves away. Name has the skill shots on the Banshee Veil's a wonderful pickup, but the disengage is strong. The ultimate is strong too.
And Name is so fast. Just running around this battlefield like he doesn't give anything at all, as Messiah actually might have turned this one around on Name. Love City picks that one up as, oh my goodness, the Glitter Lance damage. Xiaohu able to get a whole lot of work done. That's not the right Shaco, as that's a complete whiff of the Unstoppable Force. The double kill to come through from Xiaohu, as there's the Wild Growth. Zatai, the biggest Ezreal in the history of Ezreals. And Xiao Zhao actually dives to the turret and picks up Clear Love as well.
Xiao Zhao's doing surprising work on this Demon Jester, always in a creative spot. Of course, the Shiv does a lot of damage, and you're getting multiple of them off every fight. No real pushing coming through, but it is 2-0 in terms of turrets. Amazing Jay stays to his top lane route, knocks away the Blitzcrank, and just wants to push this turret down.
Yeah, that's the audacious charge there as well, as both of them get knocked up. Amazing Jay in a bit of trouble, but turns it around onto Name. Multiple teleports coming through as Zatai trying to get some work done. Oh my goodness, Amazing Jay almost able to do some healing there, but the Unbreakable Will, Zatai's gonna fall, and that's actually gonna be the deceived Shaco doing so much damage. Clear Love eventually is going to be able to secure that kill, as Xiaohu now has to take care of Messiah if he can. True Shot Barrage comes down, but oh my goodness, just manages to pick it up. Thankfully, the Arcane Shift, not necessarily a skill shot.
As San kills Crystal, was the ultimate available? It was, but the burst damage with the Death Cap Sorcerer's Shoes, surprising. I believe this is finally going to be the red team's first turret, 3-0 into turret, all out of turrets down. OMG standard play coming through from the blue side. And they don't even have San on their team.
No, San actually on the opposite team here. Very interesting stuff. And the thing that I very much love about this game is how sun smart these players are being. 4 hats picked up so far for our blue side. They do not want to get a sunburn on this Rift, of course. Does look fairly bright, so they're going to be well and truly protected. In fact, Zatai decides to pick up a gun instead. That's what
Speaking
he
of
wants.
guns.
Oh my goodness. Zatai actually caught on the wall. Was an odd maneuver. Is San actually going to have to back away now? Has to respect the consistent chase potential coming through of both of these Ezreals. Oh, Zatai. What a beast. Is San trying to do some work here onto Zhao Zhao, but the Shiv a little bit too much as Clearlove. He's going to come in. The flash actually to come through from Love CD as well. That is the wrong Shaco. As my gosh, there are so many pulverizers and headbutts. This is ridiculous. Another headbutt, and Zatai, he couldn't do anything for a long period of time.
Alistair is so strong in this map. You have basically 100% uptime on your heel when there's minions around as well. Zhao, who's got probably the most AP on this whole lineup, I believe. He already had a Death Cap and an Echo, and Blitzcrank, Name's overstayed.
Yeah, he's most definitely dead. Actually, the accelerated shock blast going to pick it up from Clearlove there, who's spent a little bit of time farming this one out, but he's more than happy now to get some kills around this map.
And you feel like if the jungle Jace ever comes into the meta, his EQ combos have been very on point. Okay, they're frequent, so perhaps it's a bit more forgiving, but it's working out. San again misses the ultimate.
Yeah, it was a nice flash to come out of Crystal, though, who does manage to get the rewind on himself, but, well, yep, it's not quite enough when you're just chilling out on your own.
A lot of damage and death coming through on this map. 20-24, standard Chinese meta coming through. 44 kills early. The fight continues to tie.
Yeah, Gunblade's Amazing J, though, so he can't actually follow up onto that one as it's Zatai actually heading over the wall there. Amazing J audaciously charges over the top of the Mystic Shot, which was cute, but still dies for it as there's the hook. Beautiful use of the Arcane Shift is going to save Messiah there, though. Is all going to be fine. San hanging out here as well. Wants another ultimate as Love City is going to come through. There's the Pulverize. And just the Unbreakable Will is on such a short cooldown here as well. Headbutt Pulverize yet again, demonstrating his skills with those abilities. San's going to fall down as well as the True Shot Barrage comes across. And another Headbutt Pulverize. Clearlove picks up. Oh my gosh. Doesn't manage to get anything because that's the wrong Shaco. And Zatai turns it around. And this Ezreal is starting to become a bit of a problem.
I believe it's the AD Ezreal, if I'm not mistaken. At least hasn't gone for the shift stacks of the Lich Bane. The hybrid Ezreal does scale off both abilities. They're trying to push down and break the base, but only Xin Zhao to stop them.
Yeah, actually, Amazing J just going to use his Crescent Sweep for fun, I think. And he's going to eventually fall down. Messiah is alive, the only member of the team. Can he be the hero that our red side needs? I have a feeling he probably cannot, because that is still 4 members still alive, and Zatai's going to head back and buy most of the shop, you have to think. True Shot Barrage actually takes off half of his health. Name flashing over the wall there as well as San takes half of his health and damage as well. Pull the Shiv comes down. There's the Unstoppable Force, but he just dies for it. Oh my gosh. That was the most amazingly timed Wild Growth I have ever seen. Love City wants to punish Yahoo for it, but misses the Pulverize. There's a Shiv to come down as well. Love City with the Unbreakable Will. Takes a little bit of killing, but Name just constantly keeping him CC'd. And Zatai just hanging out, kills his friend Messiah. And the Ezreal battle, I think, has been officially won here by the Invictus Gaming member.
It feels like this game has been permanently in teamfight overlay mode, Atlas. We don't even know the scores.
No idea
really
what
matter.
items are either.
The blue team's certainly winning, though, in terms of pressure, but doesn't look like they'll be able to finish the game yet.
No, Amazing J does take a Mystic Shot there as well. He's just doing the very best that he can to heal himself up. Of course, AP Xin Zhao, pretty good at healing himself up.
Definitely his strength was buffed on recent patches, have even higher base healing. Trying to bait the order from San.
Yep, does manage to land himself onto Shaco here, but just gets exploded. Jahu gets a health picks onto his head, and that is going to be enough for the Rockman. As don't attack that one, Clearlove, you'll take half of your health, but he decides that he just wants to anyway.
Maybe we'll finally see some shopping trips coming through from the blue side. They've been entrenched in the enemy base for about 4 minutes. Probably some big items coming through. Speaking of items, Swiftness Boots, Banshee's Veil, Abyssal Scepter, a bit of everything coming through for the Alice.
Yeah, he's got a whole lot of things. Of course, Zatai now might be in a little bit of trouble, but he can Arcane Shift every half a second, and that is 4 people running away from this Ezreal. Of course, the rest of his team being there, probably a bigger reason.
Because with the teleport so short, and they've been so long in the map, they were able to teleport almost instantly. The poke from both sides is really, really strong.
And that is not the right Shaco yet again. Just wants to get some poke damage down. Doesn't find it onto anyone this time. Clearlove learnt his lesson. True Shot Barrage over Love City, but he just triumphantly roars and he's back to full health yet again. Name looking for something as Zatai continues to get the poke happening, but our blue side actually deciding that I'll just back off and pick up a dragon here, and we may actually have a slight lull.
The objective play took about 17 minutes. It is the second dragon, but obviously contributes very little to Earth mode. There's Superman's pushing in the mid. That's why Amazing Jay's been anchored into the base. But in terms of sieging down this bottom turret, no fun so far for the blue side.
No, although Zatai actually forced out there just a little bit. Clear Love with a fair bit of poke damage. Xiaohu decides that he wants to kill Amazing Jay, but oh my gosh, the range of that Glitter Lance is just silly. Zatai still not dead as Love CD has to be very careful. He's going to flash out of the way. San's going to fall down as well. Oh my goodness, Name does manage to get out a flash, which is, of course, not as powerful, considering the fact that it's now on about a 40-second cooldown.
5v3, but they might still need to turret because there's so much wave clear coming through from Jace.
Yeah, look at the tons of healing to come through from that Triumphant Roar. Name might be caught out here just a little bit. Oh my gosh, no one dead just yet as the Zonya's Hourglass from Xiao Zhao underneath the turret keeps him alive. A Deceive to get out as well. How Zatai lived, I have absolutely no idea, because Messiah, he's AP Ezreal, and that True Shot Barrage should have killed 3 people.
You would have thought so, but they managed to mostly evade it. They still haven't taken a structure despite being 5v3 up in terms of members. The Cromp gets pulled over for a little bit of extra health.
Yeah, bit of fun there. It's, oh, the Empowered Shock Blast is going to be enough as Clear Love almost kills himself on the clone. San looking to try and take down this Shaco. The Deceive going to be available yet again as San doesn't manage to find it. And Xiao Zhao just being the very annoying Shaco that you know and love, but is even worse in this Earth mode.
We still haven't seen Shaco and LPL. He goes in aggressively.
Yeah, there's the ultimate to come out as well. The Deceive's up and gets away from Clear Love, who flashes onto him. That's going to be enough. And actually, Amazing Jay picks himself up a kill. He's going to die to Zatia's. I think that was actually a misclick of the ultimate, because I have a feeling that he didn't necessarily need to die.
Zatai missed the wall, but had a second shot. Of course, so short is the cooldown, that Arcane Shift. Hybrid mobility if there ever was any coming through from Ezreal.
Yeah, and Xiaohu actually picking himself up that Luden's Echo here as well. Haven't quite seen it in the LPL, but we're going to see it in Earth mode here, because of course you don't need any other stats that anything ever gives you. It's just AP and AD. As Zatai trying to turn this one around, does have the ultimate on as well. Just going to use all of his abilities, pressing his buttons, which is exactly what you want to be doing. Crystal, gets turned around on him. He's just saying, Zatai, I wanted you to help me out, but didn't happen that time. Name going to take down the turret in the bottom lane, though, as the teleport's coming through for the back door, actually. As the Triumphant Roar is going to help keep Love CD alive, and the Shaco does get thwarted in his little plan. Name actually going to get gunbladed here as well, as Amazing Jay with the Banshee's Veil really wants to catch up to this Blitzcrank. Does get his Banshee's Veil taken off. And San actually using a pink ward here, some high-level Earth strategies.
The ward coverage, very, very important enough. And speaking of high-level play, the Solar Baron, no, it's going to be a Duo Baron, it looks like, from the blue team.
Yeah, and I have a feeling Wild Growth should probably be used, Xiaohu. It is on a very short cooldown, but that Baron did not last very long at all. These Jack-in-the-Boxes really able to take that one down. Ooh, they're making a little bait around this red buff, but there is a ward on it. Powered Shock Blast is going to find Shaco before he deceives away. Energy Pace. Oh, I almost said Energy Pacemaker because I saw Amazing Jay, but it is, of course, a whole lot of different players. Our red side are in a bit of trouble considering this Baron buff, but they've been holding off relatively well. Other Earth games that we have seen, such as this one, tend to get very one-sided very quickly.
Not as one-sided just yet, but the gold 6,000 the advantage of the blue team, the backdoor potential of Shaco, the look at this, backdooring down. I know that's very sportsmanlike in such an all-star game. We'll allow it. Speaking of being allowed.
Yeah, there's the hook onto San there as well, but he turns it around with the Unstoppable Force, picks up Name as well as Xiao Zhao. He's going to have to be careful. Does use the ultimate, and there's the Audacious Charge from Amazing Jay starting to scale into this game as Zatai going to fall down as well. Amazing Jay just with no cooldowns to speak of, just charging his way through this one. Empowered Shock Blast from Clear Love, looking to try and get something done, but Xiaohu just wild growths for days, able to glitter lance like he's... I don't even know where I was going to go with that. And San, he's going to discover Xiaohu, or is it the other way around? It certainly is. And San, that Unstoppable Force starting to do some work.
And the counter push is coming through from beside, going back to the objective play that he was known for in this situation. He's had enough of the pleasantries, just trying to take down some turrets and get the red team back into this game. There's a lot of global gold coming through.
Yeah, and Amazing Jay does not care about this
Look
turret
at
at all.
heals.
Look at the healing. It's ridiculous. San going to come in. Name's going to pick up that kill, though, because the turret still is a thing. Amazing Jay, though, They take down the turret, and Messiah, he rotates around here as well. And Shaco, he has one thing on his mind, and that's the backdoor.
So he wants to enter the game with no teleports coming through. That's going to be the arcane shift coming through from Ezreal towards him. No, he's going to back. True Shot Barrage doesn't do a lot, but they keep the inhibitor alive.
Yep, love CD. No fear at all. He's the big cow. He's not going to be movable at all, as, yes, that inhibitor is still alive. Oh man, this Shaco is just so frustrating.
This was my Shaco experience when I was leveling up in 2010 Atlas.
I know.
This is what it felt like. That's how many buffs ago we were talking about.
Just silly, of course, Shaco. And also, I mean, the Xin Zhao factor is another thing that, I mean, I actually started playing during the Xin Zhao patch, and he was very silly when he first came onto the Rift.
In a little bit of a different way to how Xin Zhao is silly in this particular game. Not so much shrugging off the damage from turrets with their heals, but
yeah,
the burst damage in general was quite scary.
Yeah, it was most certainly scary, as you didn't have to build any items at all. You basically just needed to level up, and it was just broken. But again, another teleport, another Shaco into this bottom lane. But our red side, they know what's going on. They know that Zhao Zhao, all he wants is to take down this bottom lane, as that's the third dragon actually being taken here by our blue side. Name again with another grab at his Grom.
Grom's been public enemy #1 from Name so far. That's 2 consistent hooks on it. They're looking to pick up San. Have you noticed the Abyssal Scepter synergy? Speaking of synergy.
Oh my goodness, San actually flashing out here as well. Uses the Zhonya's Hourglass, and the Shaco wants to get a Shiv into the back of his head. Does manage to do so as Love City. He's knocking Name up. Name's knocking him up as well. In the meantime, Zatai just getting charged at by Amazing J. They are able to take that one down, and Name almost fell, but of course Crystal was there to save his life.
The result is a 2 for 2. A ranged auto attacker down, but still Zhao Zhao wants to go for the backdoor. Does see Ezreal.
Oh my goodness, Crystal is most definitely dead, as Messiah actually arcane shifting away from the hook, which is not as amazing considering the fact that the arcane shift is on about a 1.5 second cooldown.
Absolutely. They're clearing waves. Of course, the mid inhibitor's been down a while. They still haven't managed to backdoor this last inhibitor. And you have to wonder, where is the late game scaling in this game? Just because it feels like the Xin Zhao especially has scaled up very, very strong, has more AP. If he can shrug off damage, my goodness, he can heal through it.
Yeah, and where's the Nashor's Tooth? That's what I'm looking for. Of course, another attempt at this inhibitor thwarted by our red side, and Zhao Zhao probably needs to come up with a new strategy, because that one hasn't worked out the last 4 times that he's tried it.
Countered by the pink ward, you'd have to think.
But as far as where this game is going to go, there is a whole lot of AP damage available for our blue side. Void Staffs are plenty. Staves, I apologize, Papa Smithy, as Rabadon's Death Caps have been completed as well from before. Sonny's Hourglass is also available as Crystal. He definitely doesn't want to die. He's got a Guardian Angel here as well. San actually going to get grabbed into the base gate. And there are a lot of bombs chilling out just outside this base. There's some knockups to come through as well. Love City all up amongst this as Name. He's going to come back to life. Zhao, who he's going to wild growth himself. Amazing J may have found him out, though, as there's Clear Love with a whole lot of consistent damage. And Messiah, now it's his time to shine. Amazing J still alive here on the bottom side of the map as he's just auto-attacking himself back to full health. It is ridiculous what this AP Xin Zhao can do as Crystal. He has his ultimate yet again, and the Shaco, because the rest of his team is getting demolished, is finally able to take down that inhibitor.
They might be able to brute force this game. It's 4-on-1. It's only the Shaco alive. Do have to push through super minion waves. But when it comes to this Xin Zhao, I'm pretty sure he can tank it up.
He's the hero we needed. Love City as well. The Unbreakable Will is, of course, exactly how its name suggests. The Zhonya's Hourglass going to give away exactly which Shaco that is. Is Amazing J going to come back through another audacious charge. Shaco is going to live to see another day, but this first Nexus turret is going to fall down. The second one now under fire as there's the Unstoppable Force into the Zhonya's Hourglass. And again, the Shaco not going to die. Name is alive again, though. The rest of our red side doing their very best to take down the Nexus. It is a race against time here as Zatai trying to get some work done, but it's not enough. And the red team with the comeback, the very first comeback I've ever seen in URF thus far.
I think it was quite fitting, Atlas, that Messiah, of course, of World Elite many years ago, they pulled it out to the late game. World Elite always so clutch in the late game. And the red team, after what looked like an unassailable lead, this looked like one of the standard one-sided URF games we all see when we queue up for that mode. A big comeback for the red team.
Yeah, really huge. Some beautiful play to come through. Of course, Xiao Xiao with the Shaco, unable to really get much done towards that later stage of the game. He was very impactful early on, just unable to get there, and Messiah really being the man their team needed. But I have to hand it to Amazing Jay. He looked like he wasn't able to be stopped by anything.
And I have to hand it to you, Atlas. It felt like you did 50 minutes worth of team fight calling in a 26-minute game. That's how URF is. Chinese player a little bit pensive now, especially the losing team after just being taken down, but a good match nonetheless.
Yeah, Name still with a smile on his face there. Crystal saying, yeah, I got to play Zillion. How fun is that guy? I didn't actually know that he'd got changed or something like that. Not entirely sure.
He's just doing a research mission. He's thinking, all right, we're going to play some more Protect the Hypercarry very, very soon. How's this new Zillion? He'll help my Cogmore stay alive longer.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see whether it actually does come out onto the Rift. Of course, Barker could probably do with a few extra champions there in that mid lane. Might be Zillion, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe it's a Zillion.
Yeah, we shall see. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have King taking on World Elite coming up very, very shortly. We're going to have a short break, though, so don't go anywhere.